NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson with you. Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill joining us tonight, along with the fourth member of our team, Allie LaForce. And the starting group for the Celtics. Horford at the 4 with Porzingis at the 5. White and Brown are the 2 and the 3. And it's Holiday in at the 1. And for Houston, Brooks and Smith make up the 2 forwards. Van Vliet and Green man the backcourt. And it's Adams in at the 5. And on paper, this might appear to be a lopsided matchup, Doris, but we've seen plenty of underdogs win before.
You're exactly right, PA. You know what these games can be called? Quote, trap games for great teams, because one underdog wants to prove all the doubters wrong and show, hey, we can stand up with the big guys.
And the tip goes to Houston. Here's Green. Smith outside. Pass to Van Vliet. There's the 3. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Well, because of his high basketball IQ, Fred Van Vliet understands catch and shoot. I'm shot ready. Jumper in.
Now here's Holiday. White. Good.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Van Vliet outside. Pass to Adams. Outside, Green. And the Rockets hit again from deep.
Yeah, Steven Adams' instinct is to pass it first, and what instincts he has. Wow, pretty play.
And here's Brown for 3. Rebound by Van Vliet. Houston has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Adams high post. White against Green. Van Vliet left side. The 3 is up. Outside for Green. This one for 3. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Yeah, and Green has tons of confidence in his three-point shot, and it was on display right there as he knocked it down.
And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. That's on Steven Adams. It's been a career of ups and downs for Porzingis, but he seems to have found himself now.
Well, let's think about the start of his career with the New York organization. He was off to a tremendous start. Then the injury sets in, and obviously there's a physical and mental battle you've got to overcome. But boy, now that he's moved on, he is starting to become a force.
Now here's Van Vliet. 23 points his last outing. Brooks from outside. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Porzingis. Good. And Brown gets the assist.
Well, that's a strong finish right there. KP not afraid to attack the paint, score through contact. Woo-hoo.
Now here's Van Vliet, giving them some good production, putting up just around 16.5 points a game.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line. And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flowing rhythm to their offense.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Van Vliet against Holiday. Inside. And Horford powers it home.
Well, efficiency of movement makes Al Horford successful. Gets room to shoot in these sets.
Doris, you think about how the Celtics are built. They make shrewd personnel choices year after year.
They have historically drafted very well. I think the challenge for the Boston Celtics and all organizations, the new implications of the salary cap and player personnel deal. Building teams may look different going forward.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 out of 2 at the line.
You have to respect Brooks' approach to the game. He's always looking for little ways to improve and wants every year to be his best.
Pass to Van Vliet. Second shot opportunity. Rebound Boston.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Brown passes to White. No good with the triple. Brooks has got the ball here for Houston. 6-point game. Their last meeting was in Boston, where they were unable to fight off the Celtics.
And last time against this squad, they struggled to make free throws.
Now here's Smith. 13 points in the win against Utah.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't.
Pass to Horford. Misses the baby hook.
What a masterful job on the defensive end. Did everything possible to alter that shot.
Good work there as it goes. Green's got 8.
I love it. What concentration. Green taking the contact well and converting with confidence.
From the wing. And it's off the back of the rim. No good.
That's a shot he makes with regularity, but that time the defense up to the challenge.
Oh, he gets it to go. So far, he can't miss. He's 4 for 4.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
And stolen by Green. The drive by Brooks. And no good. The Celtics have gone only 3 for 9 from the floor. Porzingis to the middle. And the basket by Brown.
Yeah, Porzingis, because he's a scoring threat, that's going to open up opportunities for him to find his teammates.
Van Vliet against Holiday. Van Vliet, the pass to Smith. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And let's turn to the league leaders now and check out which teams are tops in rebounding this season. Number 1, Boston. In the 3rd spot, the Rockets.
Yeah, you know, when these two teams play one another, things are going to get physical, especially when it comes to rebounding the ball.
Holiday passes to Horford. And Horford powers it home.
I mean, Holiday is a master of the fundamentals, using the tried and true pick and roll to create for his guys.
Timeout called. Houston. Well, Grant, we're now basically at the halfway point of the regular season, with each game gaining more importance as time goes on.
I mean, that's it. We are at that time where the playoff picture becomes clear and teams are hungry for wins. So, you know, they know at this point of the season, every game matters. You gotta love how competitive things are right now.
And the Rockets will go for a different look here. Şengün checked in for Adams. Whitmore comes in for Smith. Eason's checked in for Brooks. And it's Thompson in for Van Vliet.
Boy, defense nowhere to be found, and neither was his shot at that time.
Pass to Cornet. It's rebounded by Şengün. Houston has gone 3 for 5 from deep so far in this matchup. Throws it up high.
And that's just an all-around talent there. I mean, Green is dependable at finding his open teammates.
Boston trailing. Here's Pritchard. To the paint. Tillman. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Well, Grant, Amen Thompson is proof there are more routes than ever to get to the league.
I mean, yeah. I mean, he and his twin brother, Asar, coming through overtime elite. A different path, but both high lottery picks, and it worked out for them both.
It's both from the stripe. Well, Grant, the Rockets finished at the bottom of the Western Conference for 3 straight seasons and got some high draft picks as a result.
And B.A., no one likes losing, but Houston has to be happy with the talented young prospects they've been able to select. It'll be interesting to watch their growth as individuals and as a team.
Right side Green. And it's in there. Green's got 12 points.
Defensively, their effort hasn't been great early on.
Here's Pritchard. Still no points.
Rockets foul. With more. First personal foul. Second team foul.
On defense, the Rockets. 10-point lead.
And just refusing to give up second chance points. Excellent defensive rebounding.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Here's Whitmore. Right side, Eason. The three. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Already 6 of their points coming off second chances. Pretty impressive.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Will it go? It's rebounded by Şengün. And so Thompson will bring it up for the Rockets. It's a 13-point game. That one goes. Count it.
And we know it's still early, but they're getting destroyed on the boards.
Boston has gone 0 for 3 from downtown.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Pritchard.
2 minutes.
We've got 1:55 left to play in the first. Oh, there's the alley. And out of bounds. Boston will have it.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
And the Rockets making a change here. Green is checked in. And for the Celtics, they're shooting just 38% so far in this one. Here's Pritchard. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. To the inside, Tillman. Rebounded by Green. Houston has gone 4 of 6 from deep to start this game. And here's Thompson for 3. No good there. The Celtics on offense. Down by 15. They're coming off that loss against Denver.
They had a tough time beyond the arc. A lot of their possessions ended in missed threes.
What was most disturbing to me was they didn't have a backup plan, right? The threes aren't falling. What do you do next?
Here's Green, and it's hammered home by Green.
And early on, they've been on a tear, just getting whatever they want offensively.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Here's Pritchard. Down low. To the wing, right side. Shot clock at 6. Deflected.
And they've come out with a fearless approach on the boards.
Eason, good. Eason's got 5 now.
Yeah, they've done quality work on the offensive glass.
Pass to Benton. There's 25 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Oh, the offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Here's Green. Again, Houston.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Here's Pritchard. He's scoreless. It could go. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we got a blowout underway here. Rockets ahead, opening up a huge gap. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Houston.
Well, it's all fast break points. Those easy buckets, they're so hard to come by in the NBA. So if you get a chance to run, you have to take advantage of it.
Yeah, and I also love the intensity they've shown on the glass early on. Keeping plays alive, creating second chance shots, that's nice.
We've got Green, Thompson out there with Fred VanVleet. Then there's Alperen Şengün. And it's Brooks in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. And that one's good. Porzingis.
Well, this guy's got size and showing increasing strength. Kristaps Porzingis, nicely done.
VanVleet, the pass to Thompson. Back to VanVleet. Over Holiday. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Van Vliet. And some of the best high flyers in the NBA. Some of this year's contenders for the dunk contest.
And when you look at the names on that list, you just know that contest has a chance to be special.
And you look at Green, and I could see him moving even higher up in the ranks. He's certainly a talented guy up in the air.
He is for sure, but this list is just packed with real aerial artists. This dunk contest is really going to be something special.
And there you have it. This year's dunk contest field looks incredible. We'll keep you up to date in the voting.
That is always a highlight of All-Star Weekend. Watching guys just fly through the air. And I enjoy watching all of the guys on that list slam it home.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Fred VanVleet went from undrafted to an NBA All-Star. He said, quote, individually, there's still a lot left I want to get done. But trying to chase that next championship is what I'm locked in on. That feeling trumps anything I've ever done in my life. Besides my kids, that's right up there as far as personal journeys and accomplishments. Brian?
He's got it in the right order. Thanks, Allie.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
The Rockets have got none of their first 3 shots to fall so far in the second. It's stolen by Holiday. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Porzingis passes to Brown. No good from outside.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
And it's Brooks missing.
Well, that's a case where a guy's trying to make a play, trying to take it up strong, but the defense was ready.
Brown, that's good.
But this is where the powerful frame and explosive athleticism of Jaylen Brown becomes a problem for the opponent. Nicely done.
And Grant, Brown signing a huge supermax with the Celtics over the summer.
Oh my, BA, over $300 million for 5 years. The Celtics made as big a financial commitment you can make to Brown. That's a lot to live up to, but he has a lot of talent.
And so Brown will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They've only given up 2 points this quarter. White, that one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 6 assists now in the game. Brooks outside. The Rockets again can't hit.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Inside. Look at Brown getting it done inside.
Well, if you leave someone that wide open, Derek White will put it on time and on target.
Timeout call. Houston, they defeated Utah in their last game.
And that game was all about the depth they have on this roster. Their role players stepped up when they needed it most.
And that's exactly what happened. Guys came off the bench ready to play. The offense didn't miss a beat.
So a moment now to see the story for Alperen Şengün. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Van Vliet finds Brooks. Clock at 6. Over White. The Rockets with another miss.
Boy, he cannot get anything to fall, but the teammates, boy, have they delivered.
Oh, through contact. White gets the finish.
That's all about determination from Derek White. Doesn't let the contact deter him.
Here's Whitmore. Here's Adams. They shoot again. And that one good. And the Rockets lead by 13.
And this is exactly what he's capable of. He finds different ways to make an impact. This time on the offensive glass.
How about the hustle on display there? That kind of effort will earn respect from everyone.
Well, Grant, you've been the up-and-comer, but you've also played the role of the veteran. What's the key to that latter stage?
You know, B.A., your contributions as a veteran are felt just as much with your leadership as they are with your numbers. So sharing what you've learned with those younger players on the way up is so important.
That free throw good from Porzingis. Known as one of the most successful teams in NBA history, the Boston Celtics continue to add to their legacy, boys.
Yeah, B.A., this is a roster that completely understands how special it is to play for this organization. They also are mindful of the weight of expectation that comes with it. Championships are their history. Championships are what is expected. Jaylen Brown has improved as a setup guy. That pass was on time and on target.
Here's Adams. Tries again. No luck on that one. Great D that time from Porzingis.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
And here's Brooks. 14 points for him last game against Utah. As always, things getting interesting in the West. A look at the standings. Taking a look at the Rockets, way down in the conference standings. Lots of ground to make up in the final half of the year.
When I look at Houston, they really have failed to deliver this year. Even when they do get a little something going, it never just seems to be enough.
It just feels like they're sputtering right now. Every time you think they've turned the corner, they really haven't.
And rejected. White on the wing. He's coming off a 13-point game against Denver. Cornette with the bucket.
It was a rough start for them scoring the ball, but they look like now they're really finding their rhythm and flow.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Grant, your first year in the league, 1995, the Houston Rockets were NBA champs.
Oh, B.A., I mean, Hakeem the Dream made facing that team a nightmare. He was everywhere defensively, long and quick on his feet. That 95 Houston team was incredible.
Richards checked in for Holiday. And while we have a moment, a look at the league leaders in fast break points over the last 10 games. Number 1, Boston.
Over the last few weeks, they've been high flying, getting up and down the court with conviction.
An open look for Smith. Releases from the wing and drills it. And the Rockets lead by 4.
You know, Smith came into the league as a capable and confident shooter off the catch.
Here's Pritchard. No points so far. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And Grant, the Rockets opening up the pocketbooks. Brought in several vets over the summer.
Yeah, I mean, Van Vliet and Brooks are the big names. I mean, they wanted to spend to get leaders to help their young core. We'll see how it mixes, but they feel now is the time to make their move.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's got 5. Pass to Smith. And Pritchard pulls it down. Boston has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Here's Brown. Oh, Jaylen Brown! A strong finish.
I'll tell you, he's playing with much more discipline here in the second quarter. He is waiting for good opportunities and capitalizing.
Three-pointer, Van Vliet. And it's Cornette with a rebound.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
And that one's good. Porzingis.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
Van Vliet scanning the floor. It's deflected. Out to the wing. Eason against Brown. Another shot. And here we go. The Celtics on the run. Here's White. Rebounded by Green. Green's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Van Vliet. From deep. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got a 6th rebound on the night.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense.
Green against White. Here's Whitmore. And Whitmore gets it to go on the assist by Green. Green's got 4 assists in the game.
Second team foul.
Boston trailing. Here's Pritchard. To the inside. Oh, look out! Porzingis!
You get the sense his teammates recognize Kristaps Porzingis is in rhythm. Let's keep feeding him.
Green against White.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Launches a three. They grab their own miss. And he'll take a trip to the line for two. Clearly got fouled on that shot.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
And to look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for the Celtics.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
Hauser, he's checked in for Boston. Banton comes in for White. He hits the second from the line. We've got 1:55 left in the first half of this game. Here's Banton, still without a bucket. Outside, Brown. It's rebounded by Houston. Sengun's got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Eason. It's Eason with the jam.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Here's Pritchard, and here's Brown for 3. Thompson pulls it in.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
And out of bounds, the Celtics will take it. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the Boston Celtics. On Monday, they'll take on Kyrie Irving and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Thursday, they'll be matching up with Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat.
And for their matchup with New Orleans, anything can happen in the NBA, but they'll be a heavy favorite, and it would take a total meltdown for them to lose.
Man, good.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Celtics foul. Delano Beckham. First personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for Houston, Jalen Green.
Free throw good. Green.
And for Green, it's about trying to be consistent. He has talent, and he needs to play to his strengths.
Tillman's checked in for Boston. And both free throws good for Green. 55 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Banton. He puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Sengun. Sengun's got 6 rebounds here tonight. It's Eason with the jam.
Outstanding move in the lane. Just enjoy that one at home, folks.
No doubt, with some huge elevation on the finish. Hauser. Rockets with a rebound. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Eason, pass to Green. Shot clock at 5. Thompson outside. From deep three-point range. Doesn't go for him. And the first half comes to an end.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The Celtics.
Welcome back, everybody. This home crowd is elated about what they've seen so far. I'm Ernie Johnson. That's Shaquille O'Neal. That's Kenny Smith. It was a big-time first quarter from Jalen Green. He had 16 points, 5 assists, and 1 steal. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
They found a slight edge on the boards, and they've done it with nothing but raw determination. I mean, look, they've got talent, but the passion is there, and that separates these guys. They're simply refusing to give up possession.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Celtics?
They did some good things, but not enough. They need to start being more assertive. Go harder to the rim. Generate some free throws.
That about wraps it.
This second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. It has been a clinic out there by Kristaps Porzingis.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
On the floor for Boston, White and Brown at the 2 and the 3. Horford at the 4 with Porzingis at the 5. And it's Holiday in at the point guard position.
Well, just high-quality transition opportunity right there from Fred VanVleet. This guy is so reliable to make the plays necessary in transition.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Eason with the ball. Now Horford defending. Eason can't get it to go. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Horford. And certain small forwards know how to orchestrate as well as... score. Looking at the numbers for these guys over the last 10 games. 5th on the list, Jaylen Brown.
The selfless attitude of this group of wings is a breath of fresh air. I mean, they're all about doing what's best for the team.
Well, you see plenty of that when any of these guys are on the floor. They're each very good at keeping their options open, trying to find the best possible shot on every trip, and no individual agendas. That's crucial.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
The Celtics have terrific depth. They have a number of reserves who could start for other teams. All-star Jason Tatum said those guys sacrificing coming off the bench, I think that just speaks volumes to the commitment that we have to be our best.
And coach is sure it should be going the other way. He's challenging the out-of-bounds violation.
And depending on the ref's angle, an out-of-bounds violation is an easy call to get wrong. It's a great reason to have replay. A call that's easy and quick to confirm on the monitor.
Yeah, it's one of the main reasons the coach's challenge is in place. This isn't a judgment call. There's usually pretty clear and conclusive evidence on an out-of-bounds call. And the ruling has been made. They're going to uphold the original call on the out-of-bounds violation.
And as a coach, it stings to lose a timeout on a failed challenge, but it's a risk worth taking to make absolutely sure that you're not going to lose a possession on a blown call.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Kristaps Porzingis picks one up.
Well, Steven Adams is as strong a player as there is in the NBA. Draws the contact there.
And he sinks the second. Now Holiday. Checking his stats. He's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Okay, do it, KP.
Scoring through contact is something Kristaps Porzingis has got to get used to in the NBA. Teams try to get physical with this guy.
Here's Green. And that one's long.
I'm sure if he had the chance to do that possession over again, he would not have taken the shot.
Well, if we want to talk about Derek White for a moment, he's become such an effective defender, Grant.
Yeah, you know, B.A., he's got a great mix of awareness and ability. Just an exceptional quickness that allows him to be a disruptor at that end.
The open shot, VanVleet. Rebounded by the Celtics. Horford's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Porzingis. Porzingis taking the contact.
How about the handles by Kristaps Porzingis? You know, another international prospect coming in with a developed skill set.
Pass to Adams. Now Smith. Horford with some nice D. And so Horford will bring it up for the Celtics. It's a 3-point game. White on the wing, guarded by VanVleet. Stolen by VanVleet. Outside, Green. VanVleet outside. Shoots over White. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback. Adams has got his third basket on the night right there.
Boy, the strength and the activity of Steven Adams makes him a force on the backboards.
Horford can't hit. And Houston is shooting only 30% in the third quarter. Here's Green. Here's Smith. No luck on that one. Nice D from Horford. Boston's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Brown. Smith with the rebound.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Porzingis against Van Vliet. Pass to Adams. And that one drops. Adams has got 9.
You know, I thought in the first half this guy was pressing. He was rushing. Now he's settled into the game.
Holiday against Van Vliet. Here's White. Boston, no good that time either.
And they've committed to controlling the boards, and it's paying dividends.
And it's hammered home by Green.
Talk about using that speed. Green to the rim with ease.
Whitmore's checked in for the Rockets.
On to the floor for your Rockets, Whitmore.
Houston in the lead, and so it looks like it'll be Houston's ball. And as teams are grinding through their schedules, let's see how it's going out east. You take a look at the Celtics, sitting pretty at this point of the season, second place and looking to move to first.
You know, for the Celtics, I recall them having a lot of naysayers at the start of the season, but now they may not have any. This team is ready for a deep playoff run.
Well, this is their goal. There's no doubt about that. For what many expected of them so far, they have not disappointed.
Horford can't hit.
Showing great intensity around the rim is part of why he's a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
And Boston calls time here.
Coach really needs to get his guys fired up in attacking the glass. They're not putting up much of a fight, and it's led to way too many second chance shots.
Thompson, he's checked in for Brooks. And the Celtics also making a change. Pritchard's checked in for White. Pass to Porzingis. Shot to stop the run. The Rockets pull it in.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them. And this is something this guy takes pride in, capitalizing on second chance opportunities.
Here's Pritchard. Pass to Porzingis. Porzingis punishing inside.
He's shooting well, doing his best to keep this offense in gear, but he hasn't had a lot of support.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's covered closely. Over to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Thompson outside. From behind the arc. Horford pulls it in.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Van Vliet on the wing. Horford covering. Here's Thompson. A good-looking shot from the wing. And the Rockets lead by 15. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Rockets.
Yeah, they've done a great job of challenging every shot they can. Their totals in the block column are a result of that aggression.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
Grant, you look at the league's basketball-related income. The players and owners split it about 50-50.
You know, BA, that's why they call it a partnership. You talk about a shared interest. The NBA has finally become a leader by example in all of professional sports. Yeah, like when Thompson goes in strong like this. I mean, just forcing the defense to act. Their lead could be even bigger right now, but their efficiency from the line has dropped off a little.
And here's Horford. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. They trail by 14. Pritchard, the pass to Porzingis. Look at KP, strong inside.
Assisted by Peyton Pritchard.
Houston with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Here's Thompson. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Thompson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
You know, inside is where Thompson excels, and the concentration allowing him to finish there.
And Boston calls time here.
Coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
And the guys get a little bit of a break, mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
Green's checked in for the Rockets. Here's Pritchard. And he floats it in for the easy two. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
Outside, Green. Thompson outside. Releases. They get it back. Second chance effort. Here's Şengün. Tipped. And he gets it back. 5 to shoot. Green, the pass to Şengün. The three from Thompson hits the trifecta. Thompson's got 10 points in the game.
Ooh, finally hitting one from range. That's his first 3 of the night.
For Boston, they've gotten 7 of 15 shots to hit in this second half. To the middle. Here's Porzingis. Good D by Şengün.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Here's Easton. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. 11 points in the game.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
Here's Hauser, defended by Easton. Here's Cornette. Easton pulls it in. Easton's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Sam Hauser. Second personal foul. 4th team.
Houston has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Thompson passes to Green. Out to Thompson. Back to Green. Just 5 to shoot. Oh, they get a hand on it.
And with a big lead, it's easy to take your foot off the gas like they did there.
Banton can't get it to go.
A perfect example of how to protect the rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes. What a big-time asset defensively.
Pass to Hauser. And they're on the break. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
And man, does Thompson glide down the court with ease. Outstanding at finishing in transition.
Boston has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 3rd. Here's Hauser, defended by Easton, to end the run. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. All right, the Rockets making a switch here. Brooks is checked in. Tillman's checked in for Boston. White comes in for Banton. And no luck that time either. Well, the Rockets shooting about 43% in this one. Green with the ball. 18 points for him. Boston with a rebound. Cornette's got 4 rebounds in the game. It's White with a drive. And the shot's good. White's got 8.
Derek White showing you I can put it on the deck and finish off a pretty drive. Nicely done, Derek.
Green for 3. The rebound, Celtics. White's got 5 rebounds tonight. Hauser passes to Cornette. Şengün with a steal. Brooks, right side. Pulled the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though. Brooks has gotten 4 this quarter.
Such a reliable mid-range shooter. Brooks doesn't hesitate when he sees an opportunity to rise up from there.
And so it's the Houston Rockets out in front by 19 going into the break. Well, when you win the battle of turnovers, you typically win the battle of possessions. Back after this. And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Smith plays the 4 with Şengün at the 5. Fred VanVleet out there with Thompson. And it's Brooks in at small forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
Well, you love the unselfishness of Fred VanVleet. This guy is so good recognizing when his teammates are open.
Brown against Brooks. Ooh, stolen by Smith. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. It's all
proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
The shot by Holiday, no good.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
And that one's good for Brooks.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
Here's Holiday. Lays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, that's some flashy stuff from Holiday. I mean, those moves give confidence that carry over into your shot.
Brown against Brooks. And in terms of the league as a whole, there have been some of the highest scoring seasons in history the last few years, Grant.
Well, BA, it's all about pace. And across the board, teams are playing much, much faster. Faster than ever. It also seems like defense might be turning into a lost art. So I don't know if it's all for the best.
Thompson outside. The floater. Blocked! Holiday against Van Vliet. Holiday passes to Brown. And the 3 off target.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Protecting the rim well. Love the hustle. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
When you are the aggressor, being assertive, very often you're going to get the whistle, as Derek White did there.
And the first one at the line is good. Steven Adams checked in for the Rockets. Horford, he's checked in for Boston. White hits them both.
I think the thing that's most striking about Derek White, guys, he's capable of affecting games in so many ways. Yes, he can score it. Excellent passer and a very versatile cross-positional defender. A guy who can contribute to a good team.
BA, the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Count it. Good.
And Holiday takes this responsibility seriously. When someone is open on his squad, he gets it to them.
Thompson goes in. Boston with a rebound. White's got rebound number 7 tonight. That's good from Holiday on the assist from Brown. Holiday's got 4 points this quarter.
The size mismatch makes that a high percentage look.
And the call will be against Derek White. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. Van Vliet with it. Now Horford defending.
Nice defense. Reading the play, using some quick hands to take it away.
And to me, that's all started by the defense of Al Horford. This guy anticipates on the defensive end as well as anyone in the NBA.
Timeout called. Houston. And Grant, you look at the longevity of Horford's career. He's done a great job reinventing himself.
You know, BA, he added the 3 to his game once he hit 30. And that has extended his career by changing how he plays. He still can be an X factor on any given night.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Ime Udoka as he talked with the team. He loves what the D has been able to accomplish, saying to his team, every turnover is a big success for us. Keep forcing those errors. Don't let them feel comfortable out there. So expect them to keep trying to be disruptive.
Thank you for that, Allie. Right wing. 4-3. Kept alive by Boston. Cornette. Ooh, good work defensively by Adams.
Yeah, he's really scrambling to keep them in this game. Gotta respect that hustle.
Yep, that one's good. And the Rockets lead by 15.
You love that this guy doesn't get down on himself after a rough first half. Keep your composure and keep grinding.
Brooks against Brown. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball.
And it's the Rockets with the ball. The Rockets have gotten 4 of 9 shots to go in during this fourth quarter. Here's Van Vliet. Out to Thompson. Oh, from deep. Good. And Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 3 assists now in this one. White on the wing. Thompson with a steal. White with the steal. To the paint. Here's Cornette. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Brown with the steal. Now the Celtics on the move. Over Van Vliet. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Don't you love how physical Jaylen Brown is? This guy is not afraid to draw contact.
Free throw good. Brown. Well, Doris, when he's off the court, Jaylen Brown is an outspoken advocate for education.
What I love about Jaylen B.A. is that he's about so much more than basketball. This young man has a passion for learning. It's a very admirable cause he has tried to be outspoken for. You love the superstar level effort between the lines and outside the lines. I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it. Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Green against White. Pass to Adams. To the middle. And there's Smith. That one deep.
Nice touch from the interior. Smith Jr. knows how to capitalize from this area.
And here's Brown for 3. Nails it from 3.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Now Smith. Horford covering. Smith against Horford. Smith passes to Green. 6 to shoot. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
And it's like Green doesn't have an off switch. He's consistent at attacking defenses and drawing whistles.
The Celtics making a switch here. Porzingis is checked in. He's perfect from the line this time. Boston has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this 4th quarter. Holiday surveying the floor. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
Well, 7'3" doesn't need much of a vertical. Easy finish for KP.
Now here's Brooks. Smith passes to Brooks. Pass to Green. Over White. And it's Green missing.
He's trying to force his way into a rhythm, but that's not helping the team.
And here's Brown for 3. The shot that time not on target. Good work defensively by Brooks. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.